Hello everybody, today we're going to be doing the beauty consumer tag. This was a tag that was created by 90s Love Child. I'll put her channel on this part of the screen and the tag video that she did on this part of the screen so you can see both of those things and check her out because this is a pretty good tag, and I have actually stopped doing tags as often here on my channel, but I was looking at the questions, I was looking at the name, and I was like, this is exactly what I'm talking about a ton on my channel. I love talking about consumerism. I love talking about all aspects of the beauty industry when they're related to consumerism and to how we spend money and on what we spend money and all of that. A whole slew of my videos have been devoted to consumerism, and I figured that this would be an interesting tag to do, so I'm just going to get right into it and start answering the questions. So the very first question is, how much do you spend on makeup a month, a year? This month is January, right? So right now it is the 9th when I'm filming this, and I spent $4. I basically went to AOA Studios and I got a whole bunch of makeup. Well, not a whole bunch, I got like 4 things. Well, actually no. Yeah, I spent like about closer to $5, yeah. I got a few things from AOA Studios that I'll be trying out soon on this channel, and I will be giving you guys my opinions on those items soon. I don't spend that much money on makeup in a month. I really don't. It's rare for me to spend like $100 on makeup in 1 month, and in a year, I would say last year I probably spent like $250 or less, probably less. I don't spend a lot of money on makeup. I would not be surprised if I spent $200 or less, but it's definitely in that region. I got a few palettes. Well, actually, did I spend more than that? No, wait, no I didn't. Yeah, I got a few palettes, definitely a lot of lip items. I got like $100 worth of things, like around, give or take, on Black Friday. And for a long time, I was on like my no buy, low buy situation. So I guess like $250, like around that amount. Do you ever feel guilty about how much you spend on makeup? No. I don't. I'm very lucky in the sense that I never feel guilty about how much money I'm spending on makeup because I barely do spend money on makeup. For me, like, I was thinking about this actually like a lot recently, about like how much money I spend on makeup, and if it's too little, if it like actually fits in with my makeup channel, like how much money I'm spending on makeup. And what I sort of like realized, like I had a little bit of an epiphany in my brain. My goal is to be able to take care of myself if anything unexpected was about to happen to me. Like, I'm talking big unexpected or small unexpected. Like, if there's any like actually big issue that I have to like throw money at to fix, I want to be able to be in a position to fix that issue. And the way to do that is by making sure that my day-to-day expenses are as minimal as possible. So in a way, I am financially conservative, but yeah, I really do feel like I am. And naturally that trickles down to makeup. Like, I mean, I thrift pretty much all my clothes. Like, I barely buy anything like at the full retail price anymore, if at all. I don't buy a lot of makeup considering what I do on this channel. I try and be like as thrifty in every single area of my life as possible, and that naturally goes towards makeup as well. So no, I don't feel guilty about how much I spend on makeup. Do you get FOMO related to makeup releases? All the time. For example, I have been looking at the Melt Cosmetics Theyre palette, and I've wanted to get it for, well, pretty much ever since I laid eyes on that thing, I've wanted to get it, and I feel so much FOMO because I feel like if I say I like something, I'm probably not going to get it right off the bat because I am so careful with what I spend my money on. So naturally, when I see the people I love watching like talk about that item or like feature that item or even like do a look with that item, I'm so inspired, and I am also hit in tandem, did I use that correctly? I have no idea, with a strong sense of FOMO every now and then. It's not like that strong, but it's present, it's there. So yeah, I do feel FOMO. Do you purchase or keep items simply because they're limited edition? I don't purchase items if they're limited edition. I try not to. I have a few exceptions to that. There are definitely a few things in my makeup collection that are limited edition that I got because I genuinely really wanted to have that item because I like the looks of it. But do I keep it just because it's limited edition? No. I don't. And coincidentally, like the amount of items that I get that are limited edition is so small that I don't find myself really wanting to declutter something. The only thing that I don't necessarily use that much anymore that is limited edition would be the Makeup by Mario and Anastasia Beverly Hills palette that came out like ages ago. I still have that in my collection, and I still really like it because I consider it, and because I do consider it an iconic piece of makeup, because Mario is such a prominent makeup artist, and that palette in my mind was so very thought out that even if I don't use it anymore, I still treasure it as like a vehicle for inspiration. I also like just having it, like, I don't know, but that's like the one thing that's limited edition that I don't use anymore that I haven't gotten rid of. Would you be willing to pay more money for a sold out product online? Never, never, never. Okay, kind of like my weird philosophy is, if it's like way too difficult for, like, if it's super difficult for me to get like a makeup item, okay, then I'm probably not meant to have it. I probably am not. Because if it's sold out and there's so much hype around it, like, my way of contending with that is everybody already has it, so therefore it is nothing new, it is nothing interesting. For me, I get like really interested in makeup if only a few people have that item, or if I haven't necessarily seen a lot of talk about that item. Do you wish you could spend more or less? I'm spending enough so I can get like that novelty factor, so it can be like fun, so I can still like just treat myself. But at the same time, I'm not spending so much that I look at my credit card bill and I feel guilty about it. Do you feel compelled to buy something when you see it in someone else's collection? Rarely. Sometimes it depends on who I'm watching. If I am watching somebody like a smaller influencer that I really, really admire, and I see them talking like passionately about like a indie makeup product, I want it. You know, if they show it in their collection, I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful, I really want it, you know? That happened to me with like a few products, and I guess that's why I ended up getting those things. But more often than not, when I'm looking at a makeup collection video, I'm already familiar with most of what they're talking about. So I've already made like a decision as to whether or not I actually want it. So if I'm seeing it in somebody's collection, I don't want it just because it's in their collection. I want it because of other reasons as well. Do you buy more during the holidays? I buy more during the sales, and the sales happen to come around the holidays. I just buy a lot of makeup on Black Friday. That's when I try to buy the most makeup, and that's when I try to spend the most money on makeup. Ironically though, I still don't end up spending that much makeup on Black Friday anyway, but that's when I like spend the most. On sales, Cyber Monday. Historically, that's when I've like gotten the most makeup because I want to get it on sale. I want to save that money. I guess you could say that I do buy more makeup around the holidays, but I try to stay away from the limited edition holiday sets because I mean, I usually don't tend to go for those unless they're like value sets at Sephora. Then I tend to really go for that sort of thing because I still like really, like, you save a lot of money if you get the right kind of value set for your makeup style. And yeah, I really enjoy that. Have you ever hidden a makeup purchase from family or friends? Never. I haven't had anybody like come into my room and like look through my makeup collection recently, but I know that my sister definitely still does that. Like if I'm at work or like doing something else out of the house, she tends to come in here sometimes and like just look through my makeup and do her makeup with my makeup products. And I've gotten into the habit of showing her like a new makeup product. Like if I get something new that's makeup related, I show it to her, or even before I buy something, I show it to her and I ask her opinion. And if she likes it, then I get it. And she also has a really good idea of what I have in my makeup collection, so she's able to give me really valuable feedback as to whether or not I should get an item, because she has that, I would say, unbiased, objective perspective on new makeup. So she's able to tell me, okay, you have something similar in your collection, you don't need that, or oh yeah, I've never seen this in your collection, go ahead and get it. Like, I have never hidden anything from her. My friends have never hidden anything from them either. Do you have more than 10 products in your collection that you have not used in over the month? Yes. I do have way more than 10 products that I have not used in over a month. I feel guilty about it, but there are other things to feel guilty about. Have you ever been pressured to purchase something you could not afford or did not need? When I was younger, maybe, but like definitely not in the last few years. In the last few years, I have been very strategic with what I'm buying, when I'm buying it, how much I'm buying it for, what purpose I'm buying it for, and all of those things. I am very meticulous about what I'm buying and how much I'm spending on that item. Do you purchase makeup for collector reasons? I do not. I purchase makeup because I want more tools to create the looks that I have in my brain. I want more tools to be artistic with makeup. I want more tools to have fun and find joy in makeup. I don't necessarily want to collect it. I like having products at my fingertips that I can reach for and that I can use to create makeup looks. I don't necessarily want to have makeup for the collecting reason. That's not why I have makeup. In your makeup journey, have you become less or more consumeristic? I have become a lot less consumeristic. I'm really happy to say that. I started wearing makeup when I was 12 or 13 years old. Coincidentally, that's also when I started discovering YouTube videos, and that's also when I started basically obsessively watching makeup collection videos. And I was so obsessed with the fantasy of having an extremely large makeup collection. And keep in mind, this was when I was super into neutral makeup. I would rarely, if ever, even go for a bold lip. I was super into neutral makeup, so I wanted to have a large makeup collection because I wanted to have that status. I wanted to be able to look at my makeup collection as a status symbol. The idea of having a room with drawers and drawers and drawers of makeup at one point was my dream. Now it would be a nightmare because just having so much makeup in my mind is not something that fuels me creatively anymore. Rather, it's about what I have, not how much I have of it. So in a way, I've learned the value of having less. So anyway, those are all the 13 questions. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing this one, and I hope that you enjoyed watching me answer these questions, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.